What's up, Ranger fans? PR Mayhem back with a new video. Sorry I've been gone away for so long, but I've had no projects come in, no cosplays or anything. The next time I will have one is I've got a weapon prop coming within the next several months, and I'll do an in-depth review on that when it arrives. But until then, I've got this for you guys. Finally, after nearly 20 years, Power Ranger box sets have finally been released. This is going to be my review of the Shout Factory / Time Life produced Mighty Morphin Power Rangers box set, seasons 1 through to 3, and the multi-Ranger box set of Zeo, Turbo, Space, and Lost Galaxy. So I'll jump ahead right into the views. I'll be talking about the actual artwork itself in boxes, which was done by Buzz's Room, the special features on the 3-disc special feature discs, and the actual seasons themselves. I'm not sure if all of them come with this. I got a sort of commemorative armoured red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger with mine. I got mine second hand. As many people know, Shout Factory and Time Life don't sell these internationally, and I live in the UK. So I did get the second hand. Also to let you guys know that while the German releases of these, the Power Ranger Classics series, that's XX on the end, are produced and play on European DVD players. These ones are Region 1 DVD, so they'll only play on either American DVD players or international DVD players, which are region free, which will play any DVD. I'm lucky enough to own one, so just let you guys know, if you're outside of America, be aware of that and make sure your DVD player does play American DVDs. So I'll move my little commemorative Ranger out there. I think it's actually pretty cool. I don't actually collect figures, but the fact that he's got the sword and the blade blaster there is quite amusing. But me being a cynical kind of guy, I'd prefer it would come with a dragon dagger. But there we go. I'll jump into the Mighty Morphin first, so just move this guy out of the way. So here you are, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers DVD box set. Very good artwork done by Buzz's Room. I really like it. The silver mixes in really well. You've got the White Ranger at the top being Tommy with the shield. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo with Saban's logo there in the other side. Then you've got the metallic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the complete series. Really, really nice. I'll just pop that in there. The other version of this, the German version, was very nice as well. It was a darker version, and it had the movies emblem of the original 5 Rangers with the helmets pointing that way. I really like this cover. One criticism I do have of it though is I'm a Green Ranger fan, so I would prefer Green Ranger being up there, or Green Ranger being down here along with these guys and having White Ranger on top, because Green Ranger was, you know, the badass of the series. But from what I'm aware, it was actually Shout Factory's final decision on the artwork. I'm sure Buzz did several versions of it, but this is the one they decided to go with, so that's their prerogative. Here on the side, nice little side cover. You've got the statement that it's actually 19 DVD discs. You've got the American suits here with you can see the necklines, that they're the American versions. Red, yellow, pink, blue, black, and you've got actually a photo of Kyber Ranger from the Japanese version of Super Sentai in Dai Ranger. Then you've got the logo in the complete series as well. On the back, oh, slipping out, you've got Power Rangers 20, meaning that's coming up to the 20th, I guess, anniversary of Power Rangers this coming year, which I'm really happy about. It's good that Power Rangers has been going on as long as it has. You've got a general synopsis here of the actual series. The Mighty Morphin version, it talks about all the way through down to the Alien Rangers. The Green Ranger here is featured on the back. It is actually the Fighting Spirit version though, as you can see from Dino Thunder. You've got the stunt cast Green Ranger helmet with the silver accent pieces, which I really, really like personally. You've got the dagger with just the plain black back, along with green accent pieces and no dragon dagger coin. And then you've got the actual Fighting Spirit shield, which is a vast improvement on the one that was used on the show back in the mid-90s. Then you've got probably the most famous Mighty Morphin Power Ranger picture ever, with the Green Ranger in the background. Then you've got the 3 villains throughout the series. Here you've got a list of special features, which I'll go into in more detail just after this. You've got Morphin Time, a more phenomenal cast, the fans Power Up, Lord Zed's Monster Head, Alpha's Magical Christmas. You've got the Power Rangers Fanclub video, the Karate Club White Ranger Kata, and the Power Rangers The Live Tour. So very, very nice. I would have preferred them the actual either American Green Ranger or the Sentai Green Ranger here rather than the Fighting Spirit one, but again, it is what it is. And then you've got the DVDs themselves, all different colours, with the special features DVD disc there. So I'll pop all these out and I'll go through them one by one. So you've got, again, probably the most famous Power Rangers picture ever. So this is disc 1 of season 1, with again a generic synopsis, Alpha and another very cool promotional pic that they had. You've got disc 2 of season 1. Here you can see the actual American suits with the Black Ranger suit that was created for Once a Ranger in Operation Overdrive, along with the Fighting Spirit suit. I think that's a very, very cool picture. Same background, different colour. Then you've got the debut of the White Ranger. This is season 2, volume 1. So you've got the American suits, you've got the same pose as a very famous Ranger picture with the White Ranger just photoed into the background. This, of course, featuring Lord Zed, and then you've got the new debuting White Ranger and the Pink Ranger, and then you've got a different synopsis here. Season 2, Volume 2, or Disc 2, you've got the Rangers in the background with White Ranger up front, and actually you can tell by the shape of him and the size that's actually from the Kyber Ranger, Dire Ranger footage. Same background, different colour. Then you've got Season 3, and this is the entire set of Season 3, all on this one disc packet here. You've got the logo along with the Ninjetti Rangers rather than the actual costumed Rangers. You've got Rita and Zed, the Ninjetti Rangers there. I actually thought it would be quite cool to have the Alien Rangers there, but that's just my preference. And then you've got special features featuring, again, the more modern version of the White Ranger from the Fighting Spirit suit. You can see there from the slit in the shield. And you can see here it features Morphin Time. Morphin Time is a very interesting sort of mini documentary on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It talks about the actual cast and crew and the creative team that went into the creation of the show. Quite detailed, not particularly long, but very, very entertaining, talking about the pop culture impact that the Power Rangers had in the world. Then you've got a more phenomenal cast going through every single member of the series, everyone from Jason David Frank to Austin St. John, Walter Emmanuel Jones, David Yost, Amy Jo Johnson, Tui Twang, everyone from Ashley to Steve Cardenas to Johnny Bosch to Paul Schreier, Jason Narvi, and everyone who made Power Rangers what it was and made the characters as lovable as they were back in the day. Also, you've got Lord Zed's Monster Head, which is up here. It's basically an episode made up of loads of different snippets taken from different Season 2 episodes, from the wedding of Rita and Lord Zed, and it's sort of dubbed over to make it a standalone episode, but it's still fairly obvious that it's taken, pieces are taken to make it a whole episode. You've got the Fans Power Up, which is just here, and it just talks about Ranger fans remembering the series itself. Then you've got Alpha's Magical Christmas, which was known very well for its lack of continuity. It had Rocky, Adam and Aisha in it, yet Tommy was the Green Ranger during it, which is very confusing. Obviously it was filmed during the takeover after Jason, Zach and Trini had left the show. You've got the Power Rangers fan club video, which is a little thing that you actually got as a kid if you were a member of the Power Rangers fan club. Very interesting. You've got the White Ranger cutter, which was purchasable, I think, along with a subscription with a magazine back in the day. And you've got the Power Rangers Live World Tour, where it was basically an on-stage version of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which was really, really interesting to see. I actually only saw that for the first time a little while back, and it was just a very, very interesting take on the whole sort of effect that the Power Rangers had in pretty much the entire world, just how many people went to see it. Also, there's a hidden bonus on this. It was the original promo before Power Rangers were called Power Rangers. It was called Phantoms, and it was also called Galaxy Rangers. in which everything was different. The cast was different, the concept was different, and I mean the actual characters themselves were different. I mean, Zach was a detective, Billy was actually an athlete, he wasn't a nerd, and just a load of different stuff, and Kimberly was sort of, well, you guys, you get the DVD and you watch it. It's a very interesting take. It's very, very short, but at the same time, it's still very entertaining. It's very, very rough, and a lot of the stuff used was actually Zeo Ranger footage, including footage of the actual Zeo Rangers out of their costumes, which was very cool to see. And then you've got a little booklet here, artwork from the cover, and it gives you sort of a overview of the entire series. So it gives you like synopsises, gives you bios of the characters along with cool promotional pictures, which you don't get to see very often. Some of them you recognise, some of them you probably won't. Tommy again heavily featured, but is mainly features of the White Ranger. So I mean, some interesting stuff on here. And then you've got actual promotional pictures of modern day versions with the upgraded costumes mixed in with the classic ones. Very cool indeed. Now, here's seasons 4 to 7. You've got Zeo, Turbo, In Space and Lost Galaxy. Very nice cover. Really like the artwork for the Rangers there. Very, very nice. And cool to see that each one's represented here. So you've got Andros, you've got the entire Turbo team, which actually looks like it's something taken from the movie there. And then you've got the Blue Lost Galaxy Ranger. Obviously the Turbo film isn't featured with this, nor is it featured with the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series, because I think is it Warner Brothers who owns the rights to that, so they couldn't release it along with this. So, and I like how the background sort of is spaced out. It's different to the actual first one, how it's just changed around a lot, which I think if they kept it this way it would have been great, but this one's just as good. It's very original. Let's turn it to the side. So you've got the 4 logos there: Zeo, Turbo, Space and Galaxy. Personally, my favourite logo of all time is actually Zeo, so it was very, very cool. The gold mixing with the blue and the silver. I thought it was a very unique take on it. Background again, Power Rangers 20, the 20th anniversary. You've got a synopsis of the DVD itself, going through the different seasons of Zeo, Space, Galaxy and Turbo. So very cool indeed. And then you've got the special features, which I'll get more into later on. So let's see. And then you've got the actual DVDs themselves, season 4, 5, 6 and 7. Along with special features in the booklet, you've got Tommy the Zeo Ranger, you've got Ashley the Yellow Ranger, you've got, oh, it's escaping my memory now. Who is the pink Space Ranger? Oh, I forget now, damn it. And then you've got Kai the Blue Ranger. I've forgotten that. That's really going to bug me now for the rest of this, that I've forgotten the Pink Ranger's name. Anyway, take these guys out. So you've got, get that out of the way. Oh, I've done it in reverse order. So you've got Power Rangers Zeo. This is actually the same setup as the German release with the same stance. Zeo logo with the red background with the Zeo crystal in the middle. Then you've got the synopsis, King Mondo and the Zeo Rangers. Then you've got Power Rangers Turbo with a bright yellow background. You've got Divatox along with the new team of Power Rangers. You've got In Space, one of the most famous versions of the Power Rangers after Mighty Morphin. There you've got Darkonda with the Space Rangers, again another season synopsis there. Then you've got Lost Galaxy. And then you've got the special features disc. And I'll go through these. You've got Tales of the Giant Banana, basically Bulk and Skull and the history of the Bulk and Skull characters. Very cool. If you have seen the Power Morphicon panels with Bulk and Skull, which are hilarious, you need to check this out. You've got Behind the Mask, celebrating the stunt team, the stunt guys on Power Rangers, and how they just sort of did everything that they were asked. They didn't care. It's like, I'll do this 17 times over. They were like, okay. And talks about some of the antics that they got up to. A Convention with Attitude, a mini documentary about Power Morphicon and how it's in its 3rd year now and is still going strong. the Lost episode, famously released, starring, presented by Austin St. John and Walter Emmanuel Jones. Power Playback, Power Rangers Funniest Moments, spanning Turbo, featuring Johnny Young Bosch, which is very cool indeed to see. Also features the It's Coming Zeo serial, the features where it was after Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Zordon and the command center was destroyed. Zordon was thought to be lost and the Rangers lost their powers, and you saw the It's Coming and the different promos that aired. In the UK, I only ever saw 3 of them. I saw one with the cast after the destruction of the command center, another one that was more edited after the command center had exploded, and a third one where it was just literally the gold background with the laser and the lightning forming the shapes of the 5 Zeo crystal emblems. Whereas this one, it features, oh god, I don't even know how many series promos. I mean, they're not long, they're about a minute long, I'd say, but there's had to be at least like 15 of them or more. It's just, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, a lot of cool stuff indeed, and it sort of leads into the thing between Lord Zed and Rita and the Machine Empire before it actually aired, which I thought was great. Being from the UK, we never actually saw any of that footage, which was awesome. Then you've got Gold Lining, the promo for the Gold Zeo Ranger, and how every cloud has a gold lining. Very interesting. Kind of gave away the character, but very interesting nonetheless. And then you've got Stick Together, the music video by Nakia Maurice, or Tanya and Zeo, that she was actually featured in singing during one of the episodes. So, my 2 favourite seasons of Power Rangers in existence were probably season 1 and 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I really liked those. They had a good set. They kicked off the entire series for what it was meant to be and came across really well. I think it had a good mix of martial arts along with comedy, whereas looking back now, I think that some of today's stuff is a little bit too sort of slapstick, whereas back then they sort of made it work. Season 3 kind of lost it for me. I think it went a little bit too far as being the same thing, just different Zords and different villains, and got a little bit stale in my opinion, which is why I actually really loved Power Rangers Zeo. When they debuted Zeo, it had brand new costumes, brand new characters, brand new concepts, brand new villains, and it was all fresh and exciting. And a lot of this was actually shot using American footage, whereas a lot of the other stuff had been sort of Japanese footage mixed in with some American stuff. Whereas a lot of Zeo was just American footage. You could tell from the thickened out costumes and stuff, which was really good. Also, it featured the Zeo Megazord, which is one of my favourites of all time. Turbo, a lot of people are quite hard on Turbo. I personally liked it. I started going off Power Rangers after the original team left, but the remaining team of like TJ and everyone, they did a good job of picking up the slack, considering they'd been put in a very tough spot as far as taking over the mantle of the Power Rangers. And in my opinion, this has one of the best season finales ever, with them going off into space. Sure, the 3rd season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers had the command center destroyed, Zordon gone and everything, but this one they were going off to space and you really didn't have any idea what happened next. I mean, even when it said the next season Power Rangers in space, you really had no idea what was going to happen because they had lost their turbo powers. In Space, probably one of my favourite seasons. Very exciting. Andos was a great leader, and the whole concept of chasing and trying to find Zordon throughout space was very exciting and led to probably the most famous season finale ever, Countdown to Destruction, with the destruction and supposed death of Zordon. Very compelling stuff. Lost Galaxy, a good filler season. It made a smooth transition from the continuity from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers through to In Space, and had some links like Alpha and the Astro Mega ship, and then that led into Lost Galaxy. Very cool indeed. Anyway guys, that's it from me. That's my box set review of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and seasons 4 to 7. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time.